Stop it.
It's always open.
Welcome to the Somewhat Okay Podcast, episode 18.
I thought it was
I'm
19.
Tyler.
And I'm not Tim.
Oh, I'm not Tyler then. Hey, not Tim. How's your day
Hey,
going?
not Tyler. It it went. Or it didn't went in some cases. Depending on how you not think about it.
Debatable.
How was your day?
So our first topic.
Oh no.
I don't want to talk about my day. Our
Oh,
first
no.
topic is Rose. Do you know about this, Tim?
No, I don't know about this.
FouseyTube has changed his name to Rose now.
Oh, what?
He announced via Twitter today, or was it today? Shit, I don't even know. I think it was. I was reading his Twitter earlier,
Mhm.
and he announced his new name is Rose. Also, he announced that until he has something important to say, he's turning off his phone. So hopefully, he never turns it back on.
Well, the way that he thinks, there's no point in saying that because it'll always be on.
Well, someone he tweeted that, and then the first response to that tweet was "See you tomorrow." So I thought that was really funny. And then in response to what you said, someone actually the way that I found it was through a retweet that said, "Does this guy ever have anything important to say?"
Oh my god.
So
I don't. Guy is obvious. It's just something wrong with him. Someone just get him institutionalized at this point.
I think that's what we're working towards. Honestly, I'm fairly certain.
He goes from just doing all this crazy shit out of nowhere, then all of a sudden he's just like, this will make me seem like a decent person, I guess, because I'm changing my self-image. I'm no longer FouseyTube. I'm Rose.
I mean, it was King before.
I just
I'm shit you
And
not.
then-
He did King first.
They're trying to act like he's all woke by, oh yeah, he's just the equivalent of those guys that are just like, yeah, I'm taking a break from Facebook, just to help me, relax and breathe. And I'm just
He's
like,
turning into King E. Is that the guy's name? The guy's like, someone told me, or no, he said, I think Facebook needs to market itself as a social network, but it needs to market itself as an anti-social network.
what?
Yeah, that guy.
What?
King E, right? That's his fucking name. Excuse me, many people that stand around
Oh!
while we do this podcast. Is his name King E?
I think
You people are
I think it's
useless.
Prince E.
Prince E, that's who he is, not King E. I was saying King because that's what FouseyTube switched to before he became Rose. So
Oh yeah, but it's just I just don't I just never understand that. Is Facebook really that much of a stressor or like that large of an impact on you
Yeah.
where you have to be like, I have to step away from this? Just like,
maybe we don't
what
use it
goes
enough to
on?
understand, or maybe we're not Facebook famous enough to understand the pressures
Well,
of Facebook.
we don't even hear that from people who are like Facebook famous. They're just like randomly like, yeah, okay, maybe I guess you could say they have like 1,000 friends or whatever, but at the same time, it's just like,
That doesn't matter. I have 1,000 friends.
I think that's pretty sad for being, a fat, sad, and lonely loser.
Holy shit! What just happened?
Hmm?
Never mind. Okay, we're good. Sorry.
Oh.
My headphones like jiggled out of the socket a little bit,
Oh.
and you sounded like far away all of a sudden, even though we're right next to each other, mind you.
Yeah, we're in the same
Um,
room.
But yeah, I was just like, oh no. Tim, don't leave me. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that briefly and kind of how he's going kind of crazy. But you also
Yeah.
bring up a good point too, because I always see, and something I really hate is how people are like this so that I don't delete you. Whenever I see someone post that, I delete them my fucking self because I don't give a shit about that kind of thing, and I think it's stupid. So
I mean, back whenever we were on middle school, the other day I was like just scrolling through my Facebook, trying to cleanse Oh, actually, I do kind of fun. Oh, no. I
What?
got some spicy cringe on there,
Mm-hmm.
but I just like I got to the point where it was
From
nothing but
middle school,
like
you or?
pretty much.
Okay, okay. Just making sure that's who we were talking about.
But it went to like a phase where like it was like the old, oh, well, I suppose this is like how Facebook was old, like used to be formatted,
Uh huh.
where it was like all just the main page and you could see in your friends on the
Right,
left or right
right.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there was all those like, oh, you're in this situation. The first people on your Facebook are this and this and this situation. But it's just like, and I mean, like for back then, it's like okay, we were all kids. We were just like, it was just something fun to do, I guess.
Right.
It was basically just like random number generator on your Facebook.
Yeah.
But the people are still doing that, and they're like in their 20s and 25s. It's just like, you don't really care if if you don't really bother with these people. Just delete the people you don't
Oh yeah.
actually, or like the less offensive thing nowadays is that, or is just like at least what I do whenever I friend somebody that I don't really see eye to eye. I'm just like, okay, we're friends, but I'm not following you, so I don't have to see any of your stupid bullshit.
Yeah, I enjoy that too. I've done it to everyone on my
Oh.
Facebook, so I can only see my post. Because let's face it, who else really matters on my Facebook? No. Yeah, I use
Who's he
that
to?
quite a lot. Just he unfollows everyone on Twitter and then creates a sub Twitter account to follow his account, and vice versa.
It just retweets his tweets. So
Wait. Yeah. Oh my God. Let's see who FuzzyTube is following. Actually,
Oh no.
I'm curious. If watch him not be following anyone because he's so woke or what have you. He's following 26 people.
Oh no.
Shane Dawson,
Oh yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres,
Oh, okay.
LeBron James,
Granted.
Lily Singh,
Okay.
Adam Salad. It's an Indian name I can't say. I just said salad. It's improvisation. J. Cole, FaZe
That's
Banks,
awesome. Of course, face. I tweeted face Banks.
Drizzy Drake, Lele Pons,
Oh no.
DJ Khaled.
Of course.
That's where he got all this shit from. All right, that's pretty much the. Speaking of Lele Pons,
Oh no.
I think it's time we address the controversy surrounding our podcast.
The controversy.
Yeah. So, for those of you who aren't in on the controversy that happened like 30 minutes ago, Tim here made what he claimed to be the joke that he was most ashamed of
Yes.
ever. So I'm going to get the transcript real quick.
Oh no.
This is a court case now. You're on trial.
Oh no. Only have the DMs. Can I get my lawyer?
Can we get Keemstar in here, please?
Oh no.
Let's see. So I text him at 6:06 today, and he answers me. Not even in a minute. At 6:06 as well, he responds with, I said, "Lay podcast," to which he responds at 6:06, more like "Lay Ponscast."
I've hit a new low.
Tim later said at 6:11, out of all the terrible jokes, including the ones that if ever recorded in a public social media medium, that is a very hard thing to say, by the way. Social media medium. Wow. It's like a tongue twister. That would cost me a career. My Lele Pons joke is one I re-get the most. Because you forgot an R in your in regret. To which I said I will bring into the light, and you said, "Damn." Yeah, I wanted to get what the hell you were talking about here. By the way, you said, "Damn, the long play life ruin play. Respectable."
Because
What are you talking about?
I thought you were talking the context of later bringing it up. So then, because it's a recall, to the fact that me saying of all these things that would have cost me a career.
Oh,
You can
okay,
just bring it
okay.
up later.
Oh yeah. When it does cost you a career, I'll be like, actually, he said this in 2018. It's like 2039. Actually,
Lose all my family, all
yeah,
my
everyone just
income,
stops talking to you. You lose everything.
just because of a. It's not even an offensive joke. It's just.
Yeah, it's just stupid. It's a pun. It's a pawn, if you will.
Ha
See, you're becoming, or I'm becoming you, at this point. So moving on from Rose to our next topic, which is mine, censoring AJ.
Oh no.
And
Who?
AJ
Who's
is
this?
Alex Jones, who, if you don't
Oh.
know,
Oh
got taken
yeah.
off of Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, and Facebook, and I think Twitter as well.
Hmm.
Um, for what they called hate speech. Now I don't have the specifics of what they deemed as hate speech, so I can't confirm or deny that
Well,
he was saying
exactly.
hate speech. But
Hmm.
I think there's also worse things out there on the net than Alex Jones. I mean, if you're this harkens back to something that Mark Zuckerberg said a while ago, and I'm going to use against him now. Or he didn't say a while ago. He said it this year. But if you're going to allow Holocaust deniers to have Facebook pages, but you're going to take down Alex Jones, you kind of got you need to levy the scale a little bit, because either Alex Jones is fine and Holocaust deniers are fine, or both of them are not fine. Like, because if we're taking him down for his conspiracy theories, which, by the way, I scared my dogs earlier.
Oh,
Whenever
no.
I got the news of this, I did my Alex Jones impression, and it I heard like one of my dogs like jolt around in their little cage that I had them in at the time.
Absolutely flip the fuck out.
Yeah, because I was like, "The turn of the freaking frog's gay." So
Oh no.
they were like, "Oh,
Plus,
Sandy Hook, those were actors. You can't believe anything you see in the media anymore." It's my Alex
it's a,
Jones.
but you're right. It's like unless I've seen everything that he's posted and just seen like see key examples, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I can't really condemn him.
Unless,
Although I don't know, it's just like it's not a far fetched thing.
oh no, I definitely think he could have said some crazy shit, but I don't know that. Along with that, you kind of have to think about what do we identify as hate speech,
Hmm.
and can we suppress it? Because if we allow one thing to get suppressed, then we'll just start moving down the line and suppressing every other kind of speech that we don't like. So,
Yeah.
what is hate speech? Like, I understand if he was on his podcast like, all the blacks should die, then maybe I'd be like, I don't think I don't think we should support this, guys. Can we take that down? This podcast just got taken down just now, actually. Just from me doing that brief imitation of hate speech. We are banned.
Disclaimer.
Tyler, is not racist. Tim is debatable.
Wait. Well,
No. I don't think Tim is racist. We've never really talked about this before.
and we shouldn't.
Okay. Oh, shit.
But it's just like, but you're right. It's really, in essence, I never saw him as being too harmful. Yes, I guess in a sense it's a somewhat of a problem that there's people who actually legitimately agree with him.
Yeah, like follow him and whatnot.
But the thing is that it's not like he encourages actively going out to harm other
Oh, yeah.
demographics.
No.
He is definitely can make the argument that he's making, presumptuous and stereotyping, um, you know,
Yeah.
characteristics
Anyone, yeah.
of other people.
And
But
he's
it's
sort of a sensationalist as well. But I mean,
mhm.
you'd have to ban all Southern preachers if you're going to ban Alex Jones, because let me tell you, that's the style down here.
Yep.
That's just
Yeah,
how they do
yeah.
it.
You're not wrong. That's how we get people. I'm
It's like, oh my god, this is so boring. And then a gang rape scene happens. And you're
Oh.
like, oh, but they don't actually show the rape. You just hear it. And this guy's like DJing. And then the rape is happening in the next room. Because he's pretty much sold off his girlfriend for this. And then you just hear it happening. And he goes in there and he's like, keep it the fuck down.
Oh
And
my.
then it comes back again. It's basically 3 dudes going to town on this girl in this one room. And so that happened. I was like, huh, that was kind of jarring. I do hope that doesn't happen again. So then more boring dialogue happens. More of fucking nothing happens. Then it looks like these guys are going to rob this home. And we're like, that's crazy. So they start robbing this home. And it's pretty standard. And then they're like, what if we rape this guy's wife in front of him?
Of course.
And I'm like, huh. I don't feel like this is standard procedure for the operation that we're doing. This is a robbery. You want to get in and get out as quickly as possible. But anyways, this gang rape scene is the last fucking 10 minutes of the movie, essentially.
Oh no.
And it's in detail, and they take their time showing each guy going to town on this woman, and then the final guy comes up to do it. And he doesn't just, of course, they couldn't just rape this woman and leave. They've got to this filmmaker wants people to pay attention. He wants to take this shit to the next level. They take a wine bottle, and they shove that into the woman first.
Okay.
Then they take a sword, and they do that next.
What?
Then they rape her again. And she dies, of course. Then they kill the husband, and then they leave, and then the movie's over. And
Yeah.
it is the worst. Not only is it just like vile and disgusting to watch, it's also fucking boring. The movie is boring as shit, except for those 2 parts where you're going to be like, why the hell am I watching this? And then the boring part comes back, and you're like, why the hell am I watching this? And then it ends, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
Well, what's the point?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense that there's like no like build up to it or no like they're just like
And we
already did it once.
The thing is, if you're going to make a movie about this kid becoming corrupt and getting into drugs and other criminal activities, he shouldn't start the film off doing drugs. He shouldn't be failing his classes already. Because I don't see any development there. He's just an asshole who rapes people throughout the movie. That's all that I've gathered from this fucking movie.
He was a bad person from the get-go.
Yeah. So you don't even get that. And to the fucking Satanist who dared to compare this movie to A Clockwork Orange, how dare you?
Oh no.
You motherfucker. You son of a bitch. How dare you? Because that's the only reason I came into this. I was like, oh, I love A Clockwork Orange. I will check out this movie. And I kept hearing I kept seeing comments like, oh, I couldn't believe the last scene. Oh, the last scene of this movie. And I was like, oh, what could be so bad about the last scene? You're all pussies. And then the last scene, I actually looked away during that scene. I was like, oh my God. Is this, because I assumed they weren't going to show too much, but they did. And it also must have been a slow year at Cannes in 2005 because this won an award somehow.
Oh my God.
I can see the critic now. Oh yes, I do say. When the lower class boy raped the high society woman, I do say that is very true to life. The poor does rape the rich, doesn't it? How
I
crazy.
wish I did that.
And that's the other thing. I don't feel like there's a message. I feel like this is just what the director jerks off to. But I'll find out when I watch his next movie.
Oh no.
Soy Cowboy. Yep.
What? That's a legitimate thing?
And it's also a Thai picture.
What?
Filmed in Thailand. In the language of Thai. By a British man.
Oh no.
So I'm going to see if that's worthwhile at all. See if he improved. Because he didn't make Soy Cowboy until like 3 years after The Great Ecstasy. So I don't know. I guess we're going to find out.
Hopefully there's a change. I'm
just doing my film review portion here. What else did I watch this weekend? I watched Veronica. Finally.
What is?
Veronica is a 2017 Spanish horror film directed
Oh.
by Paco Plaza. And it was a movie that was hailed as being so scary that many people had to turn it off halfway through.
Oh.
And I said, yes.
Yes.
I enjoy being scared for some reason. So I went into the movie. I didn't look up anything about it. I just didn't even look at the trailer, just went straight into the movie because I turned on Netflix and there it was. And I instantly remembered, I remember a ton of people saying like, oh my God, this movie's so scary. I had to turn it off halfway through. This, that, and the other. So I watched it. I watched the whole movie. And let me tell you, I was tempted to turn it off halfway through because of how fucking bored I was.
And there it is.
Yeah, that's what you're waiting for. No, it is not. It is so astoundingly average. If you've seen any other Ouija board-based movie, which we were talking about last time, you've probably seen this movie. It has some cool effects, I will admit. The acting in it is good. The cinematography is kind of impressive sometimes. But other than that, it's not a scary movie. For that matter, the demon in this movie that apparently everyone was so frightened of looks like one of the sludge enemies from Resident Evil 4. It's not a scary movie. It's not a scary movie. I cannot believe how many people were like, oh my God, it's so terrifying. I was just reading these tweets afterwards like, God, how much do they pay all these people to say these things? Because that's the only way that I could foresee anyone, or if they've never seen a Ouija board-based movie before, and this was their introduction to it, and they didn't know what the fuck a Ouija board was. And they were like, oh
Remember,
my God.
folks.
What?
Remember, folks, tune in for a Ouija October.
Oh, yeah, Ouija-tober. Fuck, is that next month? No,
I
we've
guess
got 2 more
no.
months. We've got 2 more months.
We don't got to deal with that for a little bit.
I also watched The Mask of the Red Death.
Sounds familiar, but
From 1964. Well, you probably know the Poe story, Mask of the Red Death. This is based off of that. Vincent Price is in it, and he's the only good thing about it. That one was not a very good movie, needless to say. I watched Network, which is not a satire, but it is a really good representation of what the media is actually like. It's directed by Sidney Lumet, who we've talked about on the podcast as well. He directed Dog Day Afternoon. And Peter Finch in Network was fantastic. I would say it is a performance to die for if he didn't do so directly after giving it.
oh, there it is.
He is also the first actor to be nominated for a what the fuck? What do Oscars get? An Emmy? Or what?
Oh, yeah.
A thing? Yeah, actors, whatever. He was nominated for an award posthumously, and he's the first actor to have done so. But yeah, Network is a fantastic movie, and I think it really just shows how the media doesn't care about what they're showing. They just care about what they can exploit to make money and what, gives them the proper ratings and whatnot. So, yeah, Network, if you want to check that out. Did I talk about In the Company of Men?
No.
Okay, well, that's another good movie. Yeah, I wanted to talk about it on this podcast. So, In the Company of Men is directed by Neil LaBute. And you might not know him, but if you've ever seen one of his movies, your reaction afterwards was probably this. What the hell was that?
What?
What the? Yeah, no, that's your reaction after the film.
Oh.
That's what you say. What the hell was that? Because I watched In the Company of Men 3 years ago. And I haven't watched it since. And I saw a Facebook post on July 31st that said, hey, just watch In the Company of Men. And so I was like, I haven't watched that movie since then. And now I remember, my reaction back then was, what the hell was that? And then my reaction when I watched it this year is, what the hell was that?
More jaded.
So it's a hell of a movie. I don't know who gets off calling it a black comedy, because I scarcely laughed throughout that movie. There was one funny scene, but you can see the joke coming from a million miles away, where these guys are sitting in this office. They're talking. They're looking at I guess a sort of yearbook kind of thing for their office, I guess.
Yeah.
He's looking at it and he's go, I hate this guy, I hate this guy, I hate this guy, blah, 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 blah. And then this guy walks in, and they talk for a few minutes, and they seem to be getting along, and then the guy leaves, and one of the other guys in the office goes, hey, do you know that guy? And he's like, Oh yeah, I fucking hate that guy. So that was funny, but the rest of the movie is just pure torture, and it's definitely worth seeing. It's actually quite good. There's no rape in it, so that's good.
No shock value.
Oh no, there's shock value.
Oh well.
Here. Let me tell you what it's about. The film revolves around two male co-workers, an avowed misogynist named Chad, and his friend who recently went through a breakup. They decided that they are sick of being hurt by women repeatedly, and so they set out specifically to date a woman only with the intention of hurting them.
Oh.
And the woman that they end up dating is deaf. It just keeps getting better, doesn't it?
Of course.
But yeah, that was a really good movie and is worth seeing if you just want to be uncomfortable for like over an hour. And actually, it's probably scarier than Veronica. So, yeah, take that, Veronica.
Rip.
I actually have another Veronica that I'm set to watch in my Netflix queue.
Oh shit.
I don't remember what it's called actually. Well, it's called Veronica. I just don't remember what year it came out. Yeah, Veronica was fucking stupid. And they also do that thing where it's like based on true events, and it's
of course.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the story that they're citing as being an inspiration, I can't find facts for it. I can't even find facts for the original story anywhere. Like, there's no Wikipedia page dedicated to this whole thing. There's no reputable sources that have reported on it without referencing the movie Veronica. So
it's just the classic modern like, you know, this era horror movie tagline.
Oh, yeah. The Strangers did it too.
What?
The first Strangers movie did it too. In the very beginning, they're like, "This is based off of a true story."
Of course.
And literally, the whole basis of the true story is that a woman came to the director's house at night, knocked on the door, asked for someone who wasn't there, and then left. And that's what he based his entire fucking movie on.
It's
sure, that's a chilling setup. But then what you gave us, I tried rewatching it today because I wanted to review it on my blog. I couldn't sit through that fucking movie again. That movie's so bad. Just knock on the door a bunch of times and have people go, and there you go. That's Strangers summed up.
It's like one of the original clickbaits. Which is like, oh no, I can't believe that Satan possessed this person and he finger banged 12 people.
Is that the devil's plan? Is that what the devil sets out to do?
Remember the elevator movie?
Oh my god, what a ridiculous
That's
movie.
what really happened.
Oh yeah. Satan was on film. He was on security camera. We have actual proof of the devil existing now. Atheists be damned.
It's just it's just one of the first steps of you knowing that the movie's just going to be trash.
Yeah.
Generic.
There are some that do it kind of well. Texas Chainsaw did it well. I mean, we couldn't fact check it back then, but I mean, it scared people. What I find so funny about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was, did you know that that's not supposed to be a horror movie?
Is it not?
No, it's supposed to be a black comedy.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And the second one really, really goes into what the original director wanted, because you got Dennis Hopper fighting Leatherface. They have a chainsaw duel towards the end of that movie, so yeah, so all the subtlety from the first one be damned. But yeah, it was supposed to be a black comedy originally.
Well,
kind of like how Evil Dead was also supposed to be a black comedy, but I think Evil Dead does it a bit better.
Wait, what?
I think Evil Dead does black comedy a little bit better than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre did.
Yeah, that one. I remember watching that on a bus with Caleb.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Like
I think we were just getting back from one of like band trips. He just started watching it. I was like watching it too.
On the bus? Like,
yeah.
What, on his iPad or some shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you meant the fucking, they were like playing it on the bus, and I was like, what?
No.
That's crazy.
We were just watching. But like on the realm of scary movies, though, I had to bring up good old Slender Man.
Oh boy, please don't do this to me. Yeah, I saw the ads for that. Don't worry, I already know what's going
I
on.
just don't understand how like they missed the mark by like 4 years.
Oh yeah. Oh man, even longer than that, I think. Like.
Oh yeah, you're right. Like 6 or 8
Yeah.
years.
Slender Man was like a 2010, 2011 thing, I want to say.
Yeah.
Like peak popularity, I should say. But man, yeah. I saw an ad for that, and I thought to myself, what fucking year is it? Like, why are you making this movie now, of all time? Like, right now, if anything, you should be making a damn Daniel biography. That's what we're all waiting on. Well, since we're putting memes into movies,
Oh, I know. It's so bad.
let's get lit, fam. Haha.
Well, it's a sort of ironic in a sense because memes have always been this like funny pop culture,
Yeah.
but now that it actually being
Does art
used
imitate
in
life? Do memes imitate pop culture? Does pop culture imitate memes? It's all debatable.
Are we coming into
Is this
Post-
postmodernism? We've done
this
it.
new era of art?
Post memism.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Um,
That's what I just hate about all of DC stuff,
oh yeah.
especially all their new stuff. Oh god.
Oh yeah. Oh, also something I learned this weekend. Do you know the movie Mommy Dearest?
No.
It's a movie about is it Joanne Crawford? Maybe. Either way, she's super abusive to her daughters in that movie,
Oh. Oh.
and it's basically supposed to tell her life.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was Joanne Crawford, I think. Yeah. And Faye Dunaway played the role, and supposedly Faye Dunaway refuses to talk about that movie because she said that Joanne Crawford's ghost haunted her after she made it.
Oh.
She told Joanne Crawford's daughter, because Joanne Crawford's daughter, Christina Crawford, wrote a book about growing up with her mother, who was like a huge movie star during that time period, and was very, very crazy, as you can imagine. No more wire hangers. And she proceeds to beat her daughter with a wire hanger. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. That yeah. That's the thing.
Fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently Faye Dunaway was haunted by the spirit of Joanne Crawford at one point. How about it?
Yeah.
She was also in Network as well, which is why I bring this up. She was a character in Network. She was in Chinatown? Oh yeah, she was in Chinatown. Huh. I always forget that movie's directed by a pedophile. Anyways.
Oh no. It just keep getting worse,
yeah,
folks.
Right. Roman Polanski fucked up a lot of good cinema when he drugged and raped a 13-year-old in the 70s. Damn shame.
You know?
Damn shame. Because he had quite a few good movies. Bless you. In the
Thank
name
you.
of Jesus.
Oh, God. Hey, Jack. Hey, Jack.
Who didn't have a wife, might I add.
Where am I? Who are you?
What was that? Did you transform into... What's your name?
My name's Jennifer.
Oh man, you're in for a rough surprise.
Oh no.
I'm Hung Jesus. Nice to meet
Is
you.
my husband still alive?
Fuck, what was that movie? Oh, god damn it. Fuck. I can't think of what that movie is now. Unfortunate. It's a movie where this woman moves into this apartment and she keeps getting phone calls from this woman asking for her husband. But it turns out that the person is calling from that same apartment 50 years in the past. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Well.
It was a good
Spooks
It was a
McGooks.
good horror movie. If I can remember what the fucking name was. Hang on. Movie where woman calls other woman from the past. Ah, yeah,
Very
The
good.
Caller from 2011.
Oh.
Why does it only have a 6.1? It's pretty solid. Maybe I need to watch it again. Maybe it sucks. I don't know. I liked it.
You never know.
I enjoyed the movie.
The thing,
Sorry, go
you
ahead.
know, of recent, I gotta say one of the most disappointing movies. I didn't actually see it, but I know it did terribly.
Mm-hmm.
Was they did a adaptation of the Winchester, the Winchester House. You know about that like old folk tale?
The crazy lady or what?
Yeah,
Where she
his
made
life
the yeah.
made the house.
Mm-hmm.
They were making a movie about it, and apparently it was just god awful. And I was like, that's actually a concept I really enjoy. Do I actually believe it? Not really, but you know, it's a good premise of having like I don't know, like a horror story where there's more direct contact, I guess, in a sense.
Tell you what, Tim. I'll one up you on that one.
Oh no.
I'm gonna put it on my watch list.
Oh no.
I'm gonna watch it
Oh.
sooner or later. Oh yeah,
Well, you
that
may-
is an interesting concept. Yeah. I didn't remember what the exact story was, but now she was haunted by the souls of people killed by the Winchester rifle.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
And she kept on making additions to it.
Mhm.
to the
I knew
house.
about making the additions to the house part. I wasn't sure.
I do want to visit that mansion. I think that would be a pretty cool thing to go to.
I've been there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I helped build it.
Oh.
I was there.
Oh.
She was very controlling. Kind of crazy.
It's a movie
Not as
twist where she
crazy as
doesn't-
some of the souls that I talked to in that place, though. Let me tell you, talking about how they're gonna get her back.
It's really a smut movie where she enslaves ghosts and forces them to
Can
do
that be a crime?
all kinds of
Is that a crime?
enslaving ghosts.
Would that be a crime? That is the question.
Well, I don't know. In Lord of the Rings, whenever the ghost army comes to save the day,
Mm-hmm.
tell me, dude, did that ghost army have a union?
Debatable.
Were they compensated for their time?
They better have been.
How do you compensate a ghost?
What do they
Does
need?
money work?
Do they have a currency?
It's just
I have
Do I
so
need
many
to give them-
questions regarding Ghost. Maybe we need to bring
Do
a
I-
Ouija board on this podcast.
we had to do a Lance Stewart Ouija board. You had to just get a piece of cardboard, put like 4 pencils as the tables.
Don't even go out and buy one. Just fucking.
Make the little lens thing out of cardboard.
God damn it.
You obviously aren't moving it though.
No, of course not. Who would do such a thing? Yeah,
Only
there is a
fake
really
spirit.
easy way to portray that realistically without being the one who moves it.
True.
Just put a magnet underneath the fucking thing, dude. Use something magnetic, and then just whoop, whoop, whoop.
Ooh,
There you go.
ooh.
And everyone's like, "Oh my god,
But you
I'm
know,
being
we
fingered by a
talk-
ghost." Good.
Finger pots by Satan. But
That's the next up and coming horror movie.
But you know, I guess it's not really a shocker though that there's like so many bad horror movies coming out though. Because I don't know, I just had the realization because Van Stewart and like there's just so many YouTubers right now that are using like the most cliche horror bits, and they're getting decent views.
That's the thing. You don't have to try to make a good horror movie anymore, especially to get it put on some kind of platform. Have you heard about I think it was American Poltergeist 2?
Yeah.
No. Here's what you don't understand about that movie.
No.
That movie has a whole story. So before it was American Poltergeist 2, it was called The Poltergeist of Borley Forest. Then before it was called The Poltergeist of Borley Forest, it was called You Will Love Me. It went through 3 title changes. And it only went through the last title change so that it could get put on Netflix to be associated with the previous American Poltergeist. For being so terrible. Yeah.
I mean,
See what I'm saying
we
here?
really want to set the bar low, boys.
Yeah. You don't have to try. Horror movies are the easiest thing you can do.
And you know, I am sort of hypocritical on it, but I don't know. I guess because I am a huge fan of like really like you know, like those ghost shows that air, like
Ghost
paranormal, like
Hunters, or
yeah,
yeah,
Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, or whatever. I really enjoy those. Like, I know that a lot of it's fake, but I just enjoy the premise, and I guess the format is, I don't know, it's decent for me at least.
right. It
Where I could be
works.
like, I could just be like, ooh, I don't know. I guess in a sense for me, it's a what if. Like they do present it in like, ooh, if that was actually sort of legit, yeah, this would be a pretty scary place to go into. But whenever it comes to like full productions, I'm just like, I'm expecting you to come up with a good, basis
Hmm.
and have, good quality on stuff.
I think I think the horror movie for me that's never been topped by anything
Mhm.
ever is Rosemary's Baby,
Oh, I think I heard about that.
and that one is just sunk in subtlety. You're like in your up to your knees in subtlety during that movie. That's about all you get, and no, nothing's just never done that for me afterwards. I fell asleep during The Omen. Um,
Mhm.
every other horror movie I've just kind of got through, but that one I was severely uncomfortable during,
Mhm.
and nothing has matched that since. So I don't know.
the
It's a good ass movie.
oh,
I
there
need to
was
go back and
one.
watch it again. Torture myself.
I don't understand the praise about the Babadook. For me, that movie, I just,
I don't.
like,
I never watched it. I
like
know
I
what it's
think that
about, but I never watched it.
I think the only scary part of that movie was whenever, because it's about a mom and her kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the mom, she's like, or she was like, her and the son were watching TV, and then there's already been like a bunch of scary shit going on,
Right,
right?
right, right, right.
But she goes into her kitchen to like wash a bowl of popcorn or whatever to rinse it out, and she like looks up and it's like she looks up into her neighbor's house, and it's like an old lady sitting on the sofa and she's watching TV too.
Mm-hmm.
But then you just see like the monster just standing there, and they don't really put any emphasis on that, and it's just like, oh, like my friends were just like, did you see that? I was like, oh no, I actually didn't. And whenever they rewind it, I was just like, oh, that's actually pretty creepy. And
Hmm.
like that was the only highlight of the movie where I was just like, okay, yeah, that was actually pretty creepy. The like the scene, because it's dealing with a dead dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the whole basis of the movie is like grief and how the woman's trying to handle the fact that her husband died
Mm-hmm.
in a car crash when she had to deliver their son. But it just, for me, it just did terribly when all I could do, because her like husband appears in a vision, right? And he's like talking about how it's stormy or whatever, and then all of a sudden he like gets decapitated,
Right.
and I burst out laughing because I'm just like, that's so what?
Yeah.
Just the pacing was just so comedic for me. It was all silent. They're trying to make it all dramatic, and I'm just like, what? I mean, okay.
Oh man, what was it? It was Oh yeah, it was the Mask of the Red Death. Actually, there was this part in it that made me laugh out loud so hard that I imagine if I did it with a group of people, they'd probably think that I was psychotic. But there's this part where, like, it's so funny. There's this part where this woman gets pecked to death by a bird,
Oh no.
and just the way that they shot it, because they would show the bird flying around her body like close up, and
Mm.
they would cut back to her, fake reacting to being attacked by a bird. And she's just swinging her head back and forth. Her hands are going every which way,
It's on the level of, like, Birdemic.
and then she falls over and dies. And then this woman runs up and sees her body and goes, like, I can't even imitate it. She just lets out the most not scared yet simultaneously melodramatic scream I've ever heard in my life. It's so half-hearted. It's just so funny. And for that matter,
Wow.
in the parental advisory area of the Mask of the Red Death, someone actually put that a woman is pecked to death by a crow. Some blood. Quite a scary scene.
I mean, well,
You have to be like 80 or 90 to find that scene scary just because of how fast the editing is. You're like, I don't know what's going on.
I'm
Oh.
having an aneurysm.
That movie was so Oh, and also, there's quite a few funny things to see in the Mask of the If you want to see a man in a monkey suit burned alive, that happens in this movie, and it's quite funny. He's like raised up in the air, like, ah, ah!
God damn. Well,
God damn it, that was a funny ass movie. All right,
you tried. You tried.
I'm gonna check out that guy's next movie. He did another Poe adaptation of The House of Usher, which was recommended to me by Gene Siskel. So I'm gonna check that out, and if it's disappointing, fuck you, Gene Siskel.
Another one.
Although I don't have high hopes because the director did say that this is his favorite Poe adaptation that he did, so I don't have high hopes.
Oh no.
Because if he didn't like House of Usher, but he did like this one, Roderick Corman is his name, and he did a bunch of Poe adaptations in the like 60s and 70s. I'm never gonna finish my watch list. I'm just never gonna do it. It was 306 at the beginning of the day, and it is now 308. It just keeps going up, and I'm not even finishing it in order. I'm just going.
Yeah, you're just
I'm picking random movies that I feel like watching and watching those. So,
well,
I still need to watch Soy Cowboy, and hope that that's good, at least somewhat.
Maybe
it'll be somewhat okay.
Oh,
call back. All right, so moving in to one of Tim's topics. Twitter mining.
Twitter mining.
Yep.
This is sort of like, because we talked about the whole James Gunn situation, but I think we can have conversation or an understanding of our own thoughts on the matter. Of the fact that how it's just so common nowadays, and everyone's just being sort of like hypocritical about the situation,
right?
In a sense, it's said by a lot of people like, oh, Disney's distancing themselves from James Gunn because of these tweets, but at the same time, you can easily just point to Disney and say, well, if you're gonna do this to James Gunn, you can point out to pretty much anywhere in the 1950s Disney.
Oh yeah.
And just be like, so let that slide.
Or how about the fact that the Cannes Film Festival gave The Great Ecstasy of Carmichael a fucking award? How about we point that out? How about the fact that someone did that? Fuck. No, and it just and it extends to everyone really. I mean, if you think about it, everyone's done bad shit.
I was like, in a sense, I understand people are just like, oh, there needs to be accountability. But the thing is that if a person is wholeheartedly changed and it's obvious what they were doing back then of course you shouldn't judge them. You shouldn't, you'll just be like, okay, he did stupid stuff, but he's for the consistent over, nearly a decade, he's been doing a lot better stuff. He's had a serious image change.
It's like Mark Wahlberg and how he beat up a Vietnamese guy in the 80s. Can't hold that over his head anymore. He doesn't beat up Vietnamese people anymore. He went to prison. He did his time already. Leave him alone. What do you want him to do? Let the Vietnamese man beat him up? How do we rectify this in your mind?
And I mean, because people, it is something hard to gauge though, because you do have to judge a person's character, because a lot of people, they do change, but in a sense, there's also plenty of people who could just claim they changed and boom.
Harvey Weinstein. Shouts out to Harvey Weinstein. Not really. That's a joke. In case we're not clear. But the thing with that situation is, people knew about what he was doing, and they didn't say anything back then. But now that it's like a popular thing, everyone's like, "Oh, yeah, I knew all about that. I was there. I watched him rape the girl. I mean, shit, it happens. It's Hollywood."
I mean, it's just normal. I mean,
that's just how you get a roll. I mean, how many dicks have you sucked, huh? Me, 20. Shit. When you don't have money, you'll do a lot. That's the other
You'd be
thing about that
surprised.
too. Is
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh
sorry,
no.
sorry, sorry, sorry. I was just thinking about like what really is considered sexual harassment and what we should bring forward
Mm.
into the sort of the Me Too movement thing, because
Mm.
like I feel like with the Aziz Ansari Me Too story, it is just poor communication by both parties involved. That's what I feel
Mm.
about that one. But then
Yeah.
I also feel like we don't acknowledge the fact that it happens to lesser actors as well.
Yeah.
Lesser actors and
Yeah.
actresses. It's happened to me. Like,
Oh.
and no memes. No memes at this moment, kids. This is about to get serious. Let me put my cigarette. Hang on. All right. Here's getting serious, kids. Back in, when the fuck did I do that play? Back in December of 2017. I did a play, and then there afterwards I was talking to...
Mm.
The director's not Christie. The director is another person. So don't think that Christie did this to me. The director was a man, and he was directing a play that was coming up in the future.
Mm.
And if he ever gets famous, I'll put his name out there so I can get some of that Me Too money. But till then, I'm going to
shit.
withhold it because he's not important yet. But basically what he told me was, he basically said, if you have sex with me, you can have a role in the movie. I'm not above
Oh.
a role in the play. I'm not above bribery. And at the time, I was kind of like, huh, no. And then I went on with my life. But is that sexual harassment? Should I file with the courts? Like, where do we kind of draw the line with that kind of situation? Because I do feel like that's fucked up.
Mm.
And I will Me Too his ass if he ever gets famous. But I just feel like I don't know. I feel like people say this is sexual harassment or that is sexual. Like what happened with Louis C.K. Very obviously sexual harassment because he just busted his dick out and started jerking off in front of women.
Oh yeah.
There's goodbye. There's not a whole lot of ways around that one. I still don't understand that.
Mm.
I guess that's like his fetish. He just
I
enjoys
just-
women watching him masturbate. I'm like, why would you want to do that?
Does that help?
I feel most vulnerable in that state. I don't want anyone watching me masturbate.
It's like a humiliation. It's just like, oh, that. And in a
You're
sense,
just like, oh god.
and in a sense, it's also just like you can sort of understand the fear of people now because there's some people that now this is a touchy subject, but it is sort of a legitimate concern of some people who are trying to, pursue romantically other people, and they can just literally just make one compliment and just be completely labeled as being
Oh, yeah.
a sex offender.
Who was the actor that said he refuses to date women now because he feels like he's going to get put in a situation like that, and then a whole bunch of controversy followed?
Yeah, the Man of Steel,
Yeah,
like
that guy.
the Superman actor.
Yeah, that guy. Mm-hmm.
But
That guy. Yeah.
in a sense, I do agree with him. It's just like if you're in that environment. Now, I do understand. It is hard to it's an environment like you said. I mean, even in the small theater, like here in Clovis, right,
Mm-hmm.
where that happened in December.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of directors who are willing to are expecting favors and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But and there's like fake stories do just have too much legitimate ground
Oh,
where
yeah.
there's a lot of cause of fear.
If you come out and say something, people automatically take it as fact.
Mm-hmm.
I could come out and say Christian Bale fucked me in the ass in 2008, and people be like, my God, we have to take him down.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I have no evidence to prove that. I could say I was somewhere where Christian Bale was. I could look up where the fuck he was in 2008 and just pinpoint my story to match up with whatever he says, and then people will be like, my God, Christian Bale raped this man in 2008 when I was fucking... Shit, how old was I in 2008? That was 10 years ago? I was 12. Christian Bale would have fucked me when I was 12.
So he's also a pedophile.
Yeah. It's a double. I double me to his ass. That's a combo right there. A two
Double
hit
kill.
combo. Yeah.
XY his ass.
And I'll say his wife was there too, but I actually won't because she's a sweetheart. But I could theoretically do that, and everyone would be like, "My God." I mean, you don't want to believe it 9 times out of 10, but people also just are always like, we have to support the victim, even if they're not telling the truth in this situation. But the thing with Harvey Weinstein is the reason that I believe he definitely did it was, number one, it's gone to court. Number two, you just had like way too many allegations against you, dude. Like, if 1 or 2 people come forward, I'm kind of like, that's kind of sketch. But when you've got like over 10 allegations against you from multiple different women who have multiple stories of you doing this shit, I think it would have been hard for them to hold like a congregation where they all got their stories straight and then all showed up in the time period that they did. So unless they were planning it for a long time.
Fabricating all these different stories. And it's I sort of dislike when people are comparing the James Gunn to the Roseanne or whatever her face is.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a difference. Where people are just like, oh, you're defending Kim, but you're not going to defend her. It's just like, the thing is that she recently tweeted that.
Yeah.
And she also wasn't there an interview with her where she was just like, oh, she was as crazy as FouseyTube.
Can we
going
watch
off.
that? Can we watch it? Because she does say something in that interview that I love so much. Oh goddamn no! And she is, you are right though. She is going off in that interview, and the other thing is, I also kind of feel like she might be telling the truth in the situation too.
Oh.
Right? Like hang on, you'll see her defense here in a second. We'll all see her defense here in a second. I'm sorry. I love this little clip. I know it shouldn't be funny, but it is hilarious to me. Do you go through?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
All right.
A 3, a 1, a 3, 2, 1. Go.
I'm trying to talk about Iran. I'm trying to talk about Valerie Jarrett wrote the Iran deal.
I know, but you've told me this 300 times. Do you know that
That's what my tweet was about.
I know, you've explained this literally 300 times.
I thought the bitch was white. God damn it! I thought the bitch was white. Fuck. When ABC called and asked me to explain my egregious and unforgivable tweet, I told them I thought Valerie Jarrett was white. About 40 minutes after that, my show was canceled before even one advertiser pulled out, and I was labeled a racist. Why, you ask? Well, the answer's simple. It's because I voted for Donald Trump, and that is not allowed in Hollywood.
Okay. I didn't know about that last part. I would like to retract. Although I do see where she gets off thinking that the woman was, what's her name? Valerie Jarrett?
I'm not sure.
Google image her real quick. Kind of look at her. In certain images, she does kind of look white. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know.
You want to say this on the record?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Take my word for it. Look at her. She looks like she's mixed at least.
Give me a second. I'll just look it on
Jarrett.
my phone.
Yeah, just go to Google Images and look at a few pictures of her.
I had my Google open earlier and just flipping the fuck out. The porn got to it.
Damn it. Not again.
It's Johnson?
Valerie Jarrett.
Jarrett.
What'd she even do? Yeah, sorry. I guess I'm showing everyone pictures of her now. My bad. Okay.
And some photos.
Yeah, I think that you could confuse her as white in some photos, but I mean, You get what you get. And that last part, I don't support that. I don't support that one bit. It's because I voted for Donald Trump, and that's not allowed in Hollywood. Yeah. I'm Roseanne. I thought the bitch was white.
It's just
Go on. Sorry.
both parties are just so annoying in that aspect that they're both like, we're being witch hunted, but we're also witch hunting everyone else.
Yeah. God
Oh
damn it.
my god! I was listening to Fox News the other day, and
That always sounds terrible.
or at least my parents were watching it. and
Right.
I just like passed by, and they're like, one guy who's just like, the lefts are actively trying to what's it called, like
Censor, police,
no, they were like
disparage, defamation,
yeah,
defame.
they were
Yeah.
defame them and trying to like spread all these kinds of rumors. I'm just like, you're doing the same thing. You call
You're
them
all
the
doing
radical
the same
left?
thing. Stop it. God damn it, stop it. I thought the bitch was white. Okay, I'm sorry. That's just my favorite thing now.
It's just, can't we just have a applause for the modern political climate?
Can we
where
just
everyone-
like get everyone into an arena and just let the left and the right, and then the moderates can all sit in the stands and watch, because we don't technically have an opinion because we're fence sitters. And you guys just battle it out. To be honest,
We'll just make
whatever you want.
America neutral again.
Make America moderate again. Was America ever moderate? No, never mind. I don't think that was ever a thing. Well, maybe somewhat. Would you say JFK was kind of moderate in a sense?
In
That's
a
why they killed him?
sense, maybe.
That's why the
Oh, I know
government
that
killed him,
over
I should
like
say.
this. Yeah, I would probably say there's still a lot of people on the right who are like, at least opinions I've heard, that greatly respect him or enjoyed his policies.
Like who?
So, well, like not official figures, but
Just like
whenever I go to
conservative speakers, I guess.
yeah, like
Right.
I often go to a lot of events with my family, and since my dad's military and my mom's Filipino, we all go to basically military, or we're like everyone's ex-military, and you'll be hard pressed to find somebody who's on the who's on the left. But there's people who are just like, there hasn't been a single decent Democrat since JFK.
Yeah. Yeah, you right. Have you noticed?
And there hasn't been a decent person on the right since Abraham Lincoln.
I still need to make a nice film based around the JFK assassination. We talked about this on the podcast. My friend gave me a whole new idea because of some stuff that he revealed to me. Did you know that JFK's father was, or maybe it wasn't his father, but someone he was related to was involved in the mob
Oh,
and was known for, I think, what's it? Not bootlegging. Maybe it was. I don't know. Either way, he ran the crime, and JFK started to come down on the mob, and that's when the mob was like, you know what? Fuck him. Let's kill him. Kill the asshole. You're gonna come back on us when we're where you came from, boy? And he was dead.
dead.
But we all know what the real story about that is, right?
Oh,
Hung Jesus was out target practice one day.
it all comes back.
Yeah, no.
circle.
What do you think about the JFK assassination, Tim? Give me
frankly,
give me your opinion. Frankly, dear, I don't give a damn. No, go ahead.
I believe it was British. I think M16 did it.
What the fuck did the British have to do with anything? Why? What were they taking America back?
Yeah,
One politician at a time. Yeah.
It was a ploy to try to reinstitute the colonies.
I don't know. I think everyone that was at that shooting was a crisis actor, including Kennedy. I think he just didn't want to be president anymore.
He staged the whole thing. Well.
God damn it. So, unfriended dark web.
Oh no.
It's come out. Did you know that it has 2 endings?
What?
There are 2 theatrical endings for the movie.
Like, if you go to one showing, there's like
Yeah.
It is. Oh.
Yeah. Like what Clue did way back in the day. Except Clue had 4 endings, so they had to try really hard. I was actually reading up on some trivia regarding, and you know your film's really boring when the first piece of trivia is the trailer was uploaded first in the real dark web by the director himself.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
man, you uploaded a video onto the internet. I could literally say that about any of my movies. I guess I'm impressed.
It's already just a misgiving of what the dark web is.
Oh, and Jake Paul wasn't in it, by the way.
I know. We had I think we discussed that.
Well, he wasn't in it.
Oh, he wasn't?
Nope.
Oh.
He was just rumored to be.
Well.
Maybe Jake Paul didn't even deserve to be in that movie.
Well, I mean, hopefully. Maybe it was like a final cut, like the rumor spread out, and there's like everyone's just like, "What? Wow, this movie was already going to be a meme, but now it's just even spicier." The director's like, "Oh,
Le spicy mimo."
and then the director's just like, get it out of here before it's too late."
What's up, Jake Paul? Oh no, he's vlogging on set. He's actually vlogging on set. Get him the fuck out of here. You know, I was actually thinking about going to the movie theater.
Oh shit!
And then I saw what was playing, and I decided I don't need to do that anymore. Let's find out what's playing now. See if I change my mind. What's playing? Mission Impossible Fallout? No. Christopher Robin? No. The Darkest Minds? No. The Spy Who Dumped Me? No. And The Equalizer 2? Well, I haven't seen The Equalizer 1, so I don't think I'm qualified to see this movie either. Oh, the reviews. Our theater has reviews.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I know it's like a 3.5 stars. I think on Google.
It has 2.9.
Oh.
We're below average. I'll go back when they upgrade the projectors. Very dark and not clear. Better off driving to Lubbock if you want a good movie experience.
Damn.
Sold us tickets to a sold-out movie. Didn't offer an apology or anything. Kids were disappointed.
Well.
She took... Wait. She took photos.
Oh.
Oh, shit. That's funny as fuck. Okay, what else? Crappy theater. Concessions are dirty and overpriced. Theaters are dirty. Avoid like the plague. Wish I could give it 0 stars. If there were any competition within 50 miles, this place would go out of business in a week.
Rip.
Oh, shit. This dumbass bitch says, only movies in Clovis. Good movies, but dirty in theater. She gave it 5 stars. I don't get it. Oh, man. Well, movie not positioned on the screen correctly. What the fuck? They've got pictures too. Hold on. Oh my god.
What is happening?
God, I've never had a problem with that theater before, but Jesus Christ. That is truly a spectacle right there. I am proud of you, Allen Theaters. Our only movie theater, and this is what we get. Oh, goddamn.
They're doing God's work.
I thought the bitch was white.
Stop that.
That is so funny. I thought the bitch was white.
Why?
Me too, Roseanne. Me too. Hashtag me too.
Stop.
We're coming full circle, Tim. It's all coming back on us now. Oh,
It's like poetry. It
shock.
writes itself.
What did you say to me?
It's like poetry.
Did it ever occur to you that they named poetry after Edgar Allan Poe?
Really?
Da, 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 da. Da, da. What is it really named after?
Ah. Google.
Why is poetry called poetry? The term derives from a variant of the Greek term poiesis, making.
The Greeks are a bunch of nerds.
The Greeks are a bunch of nerds, dude. Fucking idiots.
Oh god. Oh no.
Who was the one girl? Oh yeah, Blair was the one girl in Unfriended that I thought was cute. Shouts out to Blair. Oh, she was in Ouija as well.
Well,
The same year. Oh, is she the girl that murdered herself with the sink? Oh, tell me she's the girl that murdered herself with the sink, please, please. Who is?
my new fetish.
Oh, she's the girl that dies in the very beginning.
Well,
Why does she have that terrible wig on? That is not her hair. And if it is, it looks fucking awful. Wow,
You need-
yeah, she's the girl that hangs herself with the Christmas lights.
you need some help.
I have to. This is gonna be the first movie we watch in Ouija-tober. I'm gonna make a calendar, just like with a Ouija movie for each day, and I'm gonna put it out to the public and see who will play along with me. On the bright side, they're not too long.
How long is it?
An hour and 29 minutes.
I'll take it.
You don't lose that much time. What about this one? This one's an hour and 39. Yeah, you can't make a Ouija movie that lasts 2 hours. It's impossible. Scientifically impossible. There's nothing to fill the time.
You can try, but
Oh, it's gonna make the movie worse. Don't worry. There's a reason Ouija movies don't go over 2 hours.
I think it's time to pioneer, Tyler.
The test audiences didn't survive. We gotta cut this down. Their heads are exploding at an hour 50. We gotta stop this. This one's an hour 44. I'm just looking now. This one is non-disclosed time. That makes me worried. That worries me. This one's an Arabian one?
Oh no.
Is it an Arabian Ouija movie? Is that possible?
Do they believe in Ouija?
Do they believe in Ouija? Apparently the Spanish do, because they had fucking Veronica.
Oh, damn.
What a terrible movie. Well, what a terribly average movie. This one's an hour and 32. This one's an hour and 35. Yeah, no, there's no 2-hour Ouija movies. It can't be done. What about the Ouija guys? That's like putting two different kinds of films together, so maybe they get 2 hours. Oh, never mind. It's not out yet. Okay. Undetermined.
Like this.
What? Ooh. Death Ouija. Can we watch Death Ouija?
Oh no. The Death
I think this
Ouija.
is a Chinese movie.
Where you either Ouija or you death.
Yeah,
There's an
it's
anime
Chinese.
called there's an anime called like Live Evil.
Oh yeah.
And a YouTuber I watched, he made that same joke, and I was just like, well, I know it's foreign, but whose great idea was this?
All right, hang on. But can I find the first one? Is the question. We can't just watch Death Ouija 2 without watching the original Death Ouija. Never mind. There's not a fucking first one.
Have we been? Is it bait?
Is it? Is there not? No, there's just that.
Oh no! Breathe! Breathe!
Okay, there are two
Stop!
movies. Where do I find the second one? I want the second movie. No, the first movie. What am I talking about? Give me the first movie, please. Please. They're only made 3 years apart. Oh well, I'll find it eventually.
Somehow, some way.
2 hours later. So, shock value.
Oh yeah.
Bring on the meat.
Well, the thing is that I'm not sure if this is technically shock value.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a format I just noticed recently because I got done with the sci-fi show called Altered Carbon the other day, right?
Uh-huh.
And I just today, or no, last night, I started the show Mindhunter.
Mm-hmm.
And I just been noticing there's now like a modern, it has to be this way format basically, where there just has to be. I have no, I have no like objection to sex in TV in like shows or whatever, but in this one it just shows like it's about the FBI and how they start going to profiling criminals and serial killers, but
Mm-hmm.
like it starts out with like the main character who's trying to be the catalyst for this to happen, and then like 10 minutes into the show he goes to a bar with like another instructor and he meets a girl, and then all of a sudden they're just like they move on, they do something else, and then there just cuts to a scene where he's having sex with the girl out of nowhere, and I'm just like
Oh. Right.
and I just feel like it's just like in all these like more modern shows, they're just like, all right, well, it can't be a modern TV show unless we put some stupid sex scene in there for basically no reason whatsoever.
We cannot develop their relationship in any other way unless they fuck, guys. There's a TV show. We're limited on time.
Like, there's like bits with where it shows them as a couple, and he's like, he's in the FBI. He's trying to learn how to profile people.
Uh-huh.
She's like she's like getting her doctorate in sociology, and there's actually some points where like they're talking, like the main character's learning stuff, but like I think in the most annoying part, like there was the first sex scene, right, where they were just going at it, and
Right.
then that one had like no consequence, whatever. It's like, oh, okay, they're on a level where they're having sex, okay.
Got
Then
it.
like, and then they're just like, I guess in a sense where he's like trying, like the main character's trying to learn and adapt or whatever, and he's going down on her, and he's just like, he's acting like he's like learning, I guess, and I'm just like, okay, this could have been done in such a way. This could have been done 1,000 times better than just being like, okay, here's sex because.
Here's sex. Enjoy. Well, it's
And-
moms in their 40s love that kind
What?
of thing.
In what?
Moms in their 40s, they love that kind of thing. They love it.
But I don't know. It's ever since like Game of Thrones, I guess, where it's just like an Altered Carbon and all these shows where there has to be some like arbitrary sex scene, and it's just like, okay, we get it, sexuality. You don't have to be ashamed of it anymore. But at some point where you can't just put stuff in there just to have it in there.
I think
If you're putting stuff in just to fulfill a checklist, you're wrong.
Oh man, that's how they do movies and shows now. They have like a little checklist guy over there, like, yeah, we don't have a sex scene. Could we obligatory dead parent, by the way. Where's that at? Yeah, amnesia. For every horror game ever.
And a smarter man than me is probably gonna be like, actually, to this following statement, but if you're creating anything and you're just and it's just based on a template, then you're doing something wrong.
Actually, no. I'm not gonna be that guy. I agree. There's nothing creative about doing something over again the same way because you feel that it's more marketable. Fuck you, movie studios. Suck my creative cock.
Fuck you, Hollywood. I'm gonna bomb you.
Just 1 second, please.
Disclaimer.
Keep going, Tim.
I gotta say that I do appreciate all the hardworking men and women
Yes, hello.
or
Is this
go
police?
out there. Shut up. Especially the police.
Yeah. Thank you, policeman. Please no SWAT me, please.
Oh, my pizza's here.
What? Get on the ground. This isn't pepperoni at all. Oh!
I ordered meat,
Is this what,
not stock.
is this what pineapple on pizza is? Yes, Timmy. This is what it feels like.
I just don't understand. SWAT situations could be handled so much better if only the SWAT acted like they were police or pizza delivery men.
Yeah, pizza. Oh shit, man, it's the pizza.
Are we in like a hostage situation, man?
You're not the pizza at all. Bitch, you said you
would-
called for pizza earlier. What the fuck is this? Fucking lied to me. I'm gonna kill this bitch.
I can just imagine in an actual situation.
What?
There's like people who taking people hostage, and they call in a pizza, and the guy's on the.
Wait, what?
They call in a pizza,
Uh-huh.
and the pizza delivery man gets there, but he gets stopped by the blockade, and the police is like, "Hey, can we
They fucking did that.
Can we see your
Dante
clothes?"
afternoon.
And there's just like some buff SWAT man in there. He's like, "Hey, yeah, I got your pizza. Oh,
I'm,
chill, man."
I'm the pizza man.
And he's just, "Oh, let me see it. If you, just make
like
sure
a fucking
it's right,
pistol
man."
comes out of the pizza box. Get on the fucking ground!
Pistol, MP5. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah. All the way. Fucking MG42. Get on the fucking ground. What? No, this isn't fair at all.
I trusted you, man.
I've been lied to.
Under the police or the pizza shirt, it's like a giant. There's just a vest on him. What's SWAT?
God damn it.
This needs to happen.
Can you imagine being the guy that played the masked man in the original Strangers and you don't get cast for the sequel?
Oh, rip. Is that what happened?
Yeah. Kip Weeks played the original Strangers guy, but they got this new guy to play him. His name's Damien Maffei.
Oh.
And yeah, he's just it's not the same guy, but you wouldn't even know. He literally got replaced in the most replaceable role. Imagine.
Can you imagine being the most mysterious character in a game, only just to be completely forgotten, even after 2 years, and and a sequel later?
Who are we talking about?
The game Destiny. Anybody remember that subplot from Destiny?
I never played Destiny, so I couldn't even tell you if there was a subplot.
It's the most. You just get meted by this mysterious robot girl, basically,
Say meated.
and then you beat the game. It's just like, well, here's my gun, and I'll get into contact with you later. 4 years later. Well, I've basically saved humanity 4 times
She
now,
died.
and
I didn't want to be the one to tell you, but yeah, she's dead.
I mean, it's not like she was doing anything important.
Did you read the books?
The Destiny lore. I might as well with how the first Destiny was set up.
Shit, at this point, I may as well. Yeah, no, I don't know who you're talking about because I've never played Destiny, but she probably died in the books. Literally, she's called that character that Tim was talking about. Yeah, she's dead. They just
The
say
one
that at the
character
end
that
of the
only
book.
t-
They like
that
wrap up
only-
everyone, and then at the end they're just like, yeah, and that one character that Tim was talking about on the Some Way Okay podcast, episode 18. Yeah, she's dead.
Oh,
She tripped and fell down a cliff. So nothing heroic or anything. She's just dead.
dead.
Yeah. I mean, shit had happened.
I mean, to be fair, Destiny really isn't known for being, well, rememberable.
I guess you
In any
liked that
sense.
character quite a lot, didn't you? You remember
It
her.
was the only interesting one. Hey, I need to know what happened.
Well, I just told you. She's fucking dead.
It's my Half-Life 3.
That fucking character. I want her back. Speaking
She
of
could
lore,
fix Destiny.
Tim, when are we playing Stardew Valley again?
Oh, shit.
Because our characters have been left in the dust. And I need something to stream too. But yeah, we had a whole bunch of lore going on. What happened to that?
The sands of time, my friend.
Oh, so we're not picking it up again?
I mean, I would. You know what? I'm down.
Are
I'm
you?
definitely taken my break from Stardew for a while.
Yeah, me
I
too.
feel like I can.
I tried to hop on and stream it last night, but then I was sitting there like, it's not the same without Tim. So I think, I don't know. Do you want to play it tonight or tomorrow or?
Let's do it this Wednesday,
Um.
if that works.
Yeah, that should work. That's fine with me.
Then we
Stardew
shall
Valley
do it.
stream Wednesday. The Somewhat
I
Okay
thought-
Valley this Wednesday. That's just our brand now.
Somewhat okay.
Somewhat Okay. Go on.
I was also thinking of, because right now I'm messing with something called Roll D20,
Uh-huh.
and it's a D&D thing, except on the internet.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about getting together a group of people,
Uh-huh.
quote unquote, and maybe doing campaign online.
That'd be fun. I've never actually done a campaign of D&D,
Oh shit!
but I would like to rape and pillage as much as I can. There are some
Well,
good guitars on sale on Facebook. Did you know that?
God damn it.
No,
I
go
mean-
ahead. There just is. There's just a bunch of guitars on there that I want, but, you know. Should it happen?
Should it happen?
Should it happen?
I don't
Hell
look-
yeah, baby! Somewhat Okay podcast. I like how we wrap up a lot of our topics the same way I used to wrap up my presentations in like middle school.
Oh,
So yeah. That's how I ended every presentation I ever did. Yeah. I still do it to this day. I'll be presenting something. I'll finish talking about it, then I'll go, yeah. And everyone's just like, yeah. Shout out to
Everyone's-
ending your presentations that way. That's when they truly get it, you know? That's a defining moment.
understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're finally like, I didn't get it before, but when he said, yeah, that really,
It all
that
clicked.
moved me. I'm going to end a movie one day where one character's just going to go, so, is it over? And then the main character turns around and goes, yeah. And the credits roll.
Town, fuck you up.
Oh, is that the credit song we're going to use?
Yeah.
I don't want to pay the rights to fucking Bruno Mars for that song. God damn it. You fucked me, Tim. I'm actually writing a revenge story right now that is
Oh.
more about the fruitlessness of seeking revenge.
Oh,
Yeah.
morals.
Like the character gets his revenge and then realizes,
I did a bad.
that really wasn't worth my fucking time because my wife's still dead. Now I'm a criminal. I lost my job. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. all of this emoted through him crying.
Oh no! I should have killing my arch enemy, Jason. Didn't fix my wife, Sherry. Death, and now I am going to prison.
That's kind of the thing, though. Like, he spends this whole time like, I'm gonna kill this fucking asshole. Like, he leaves his job, he leaves his life, he becomes a criminal because he's fucking killing people now. And he finally murders the guy, and then you kind of realize, what was it really worth? Your wife's still dead, your job's gone, everyone hates you. the police are coming for you, and your sole purpose in life, you just killed. So what, is there really a victory in a revenge story when you think about it? That's what I always think whenever I see revenge films now. After they finish, they're like, I did it. I killed him. It's like, yeah, now what?
Well,
What are
see,
you
that's where
gonna
you
do
turn into
now?
fun parts where you become the bad guy that people want revenge on. Then you get killed because of someone who exacted revenge. And then it's a cycle.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
And you get the credit of starting the cycle.
But did you really start it, though?
I mean, you were forced into it.
Hasn't revenge been a cycle that's been, just a thing forever?
Well, no, except in this case, you purposely started.
Didn't the guy start it when he killed your wife?
Well, yeah, but he was only in it
He was
for
the
that
first
one.
cog.
He wa-
I
he
am
didn't
the
have
second
vision.
cog that lets us turn endlessly.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. He didn't have the vision. He didn't have the means to.
Yeah,
I have
he's
the
just
means
a murderer. Watch me fuck all this shit up for the rest of time.
I think one of my favorite lines in anything is it was like someone explaining the circle of revenge, and like how it's a classic trope where someone's enslaved another people, and like some kid get his parents killed, and he comes up and it's like, "Oh, I'll defeat you in order to restore honor and free my people."
Right.
And there's like a whole bit where he's just like, "Yes, you kill the majority of them, but you leave a few, and then eventually they end up growing up just to try to overthrow you again sometime in the near future."
Every time. Literally every time. Why can't you people just accept I'm better than you? And I killed your entire family. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but it happens.
It's not
Get
even
over
like I just like keep it on the down low. It just happens. Or I do it very publicly.
I do it all the
It's not
time.
like,
I'm actually Hitler. What the fuck are you trying to do? The only person who's going to kill me is me. I'm literally Hitler. I mean, granted, you're going to force me to kill myself, but still. Fuck you. I killed your family, bitch.
What you gonna do about it?
Killing me isn't
You
going to bring
kill
back
me?
your fucking lame-ass family. Oh, my dad. Shut up, bitch.
You know how many orphans I've created?
You know what your dad said? Ah, I'm a jugular, and then he died. Fucking dumbass. How about you shut the...
His last words were and your mom's last words were "No, Harold," before our daughter. So just calm down.
You want to know what your fucking baby sister said? Goo goo ga poof. Ha! And you know what I did?
What?
Jerked off on all of them. Just to assert my dominance in their...
And I'm doing the world a favor because the maggots eat them, then they somehow give that to the plants, and I made a tree. I make trees, okay?
I created life, you dumbass
What did
bitch. You're trying
What
to
are you
take
doing?
it. But by your logic, shouldn't me killing you do the exact same thing?
Well,
Oh,
we're on a spaceship right now,
Okay,
so
well,
you
actually-
think any trees are gonna grow from?
actually, I can't decompose because I'm made of plastic. So your point is null, motherfucker.
You're killing me. You're just wasting resources.
Yeah. How about you kill yourself? Better yet, I'll do it for you. And so the
needs to be
cycle
an
continues.
This just needs to be an actual villain.
An environmentally friendly villain. Is that what you're getting at here? Or maybe he just thought the bitch was white.
I thought she was white, okay?
Maybe that's the whole point. A Klansman actually accidentally killed a just very tanned white woman. I thought the I thought the bitch was black.
Oh no! Disclaimer!
No, it's a buddy comedy movie about these two Klansmen that accidentally kill a white woman. It's great.
Would it be acceptable?
That is a great question. Let's do it.
Oh no!
Let's write. Let's legit-
You're going through the James Gunn phase.
No. This is the movie that needs to be made right now. This movie proves how much Black Lives Matter. Come on, Tim. We have to do it.
Man, I miss Blazing Saddles.
What the fuck?
Have you never watched Blazing
I've
Saddles?
seen parts of it. Yeah.
I love the part where like the main bad guy, he's just like hiring villains to be his henchmen,
Right.
and he has like everyone from every time period, and at the end there's just like a bunch of Klansmen, and and you know the main character's black,
Mhm.
and him and his deputy,
Yeah.
his deputy's white. He's like, okay, I got a plan, and he's just like, hey guys, I found this insert racial slur, and he like pulls him out, and he's just like, where are all the white women at?
I love Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder's great in that movie. Oh my god.
And then he's just like, can you help me tie him up? And then they basically jump the Klansman. It was just such a good movie. Okay.
Hang on. There's a scene where he does improv in that movie, and it's just it's great. I think you probably know it. The Morons of the West speech.
Oh.
But he actually makes his co-star burst out laughing with this improv speech. And it's beautiful.
Gene Wilder, it's just goddamn shame.
Man's a treasure. All right,
I'm
ready when you are. All right.
Yeah.
3, a 2, a 3, 2, 1, go.
What did you expect? Welcome, Sonny. Make yourself at home. Marry my daughter. You've got to remember that these are just simple farmers. These are people of the land. The common clay of the New West. You know. Morons.
You know.
Morons.
And you can do the co-star, he definitely.
Yeah, he's like, beautiful. Truly, that's a great movie too. It really is. Well,
Neat.
did Mel Brooks write that?
Not sure.
Yes. Written and directed by Mel Brooks. Shouts out to Mel Brooks. What a guy.
What a man.
Truly was. Yeah, he was that. Oh, okay. I thought I left my window capture up for a few seconds. And I was like, oh no, I just showed everyone my Facebook.
Oh no.
How could this happen? I'm actually browsing guitars at the moment.
God damn it.
I like guitars. What can I say? There are some on the Facebook market that I wouldn't mind having.
But how much do they cost?
Too much. Too goddamn much. Let's see what the highest priced Gibson guitar cost. I'm curious. I shouldn't be, but I am. Let me see. How do I set it to high price to low price? All right, price high. Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Look at this fucking guitar and tell me that this is worth the fucking price they're trying to sell it for. Look at this. Doesn't even... Oh my god. And that's base model too. That's standard.
It's nothing special.
Look at
Give
that.
my... Oh wait, let me... Keep trying to do stuff on my computer, but I keep remembering that it's a toaster.
Oh,
And
no.
I'm just like, I can just use my phone. See this guitar.
Look at that shit. Look at that price.
Okay.
And that's half of what it originally is.
Oh, wow.
$6,000 for that. If I
Shit don't even line up.
if I pay $6,000 for anything, it better drive me to work. It better pay for itself.
I better be able to have a blowjob in it.
Isn't that always? That's the main stipulation when buying a product. Does it blow me? That's why I returned my ex. So,
Oh! Whoa! Hey!
nah, just kidding. She blew me too much.
Huh!
She blew my expectations out of the water by cheating on me. You bitch! Okay. Sorry.
I keep pulling the pin to that grenade, and I just don't learn my lesson. If I was a demolitionist at this point, my entire I just show up on the
God.
battlefield and it's like, Jesus Christ, man, what's happened?
Oh, today I learned what the Oxford comma actually is.
Oh no.
And little did I know, I've been using it this entire time. So I'm looking at this girl's profile on this app called Hook or Hinge.
Oh.
And she says, debate, should you use an Oxford comma? And so I'm like, what does that mean? And so I look up the Oxford comma, and I see an example, and my immediate reaction is, who doesn't write like that? I just get internally angry thinking about the fact that there's people out there who don't put a comma. Oh, goddamn it, yeah. I use the Oxford comma, apparently.
I am amongst them.
I am the Oxford comma. And most people probably are. They just don't know that they are. Some people just don't know what I don't know. I didn't know what the fuck the Oxford comma is.
It's much like homosexuality.
What? What the fuck? I started spinning in circles earlier today.
Oh, God.
And I forgot why, and I just found my tweet from earlier that says, I started spinning in circles in my kitchen, and I forgot why, but now I'm afraid to stop. Send help.
What? I mean,
It happened.
the government's forcing you to spin.
I'm spinning. Oh, God. The Axis is
government will
taking
force-
control.
The government will, or the globalists forcing everyone to spin to reverse the.
The fucking globalist. They've done it. The absolute madmen. They forced us to spin with the world to slow down global warming.
I tried to fight them, but I just couldn't.
Those damn polar bears.
The globalists were polar bears all along.
Yeah, they take off their human suits. We've got you now, Sonny. My God. Wait.
This is for
Should
melting
it be the other
our
way
homes.
around? Shouldn't polar bears be fake by my standards? Yeah, but that was too obvious. Oh, right. Damn. I should have known all along.
It was so obvious.
White supremacist polar bears.
Oh, God.
Damn you all.
There'll be a civil war between them and the Grizzlies.
Are you ready to say you're sorry? I'm sorry that I never told you you're a fucking degenerate piece of shit. And then you can send me to hell before I apologize to you now or ever again.
Oh! Well,
I stole that. Except I think the original speech is something like, I'm sorry I never told you that you're a degenerate, sadistic old man. And I'll see you in hell before I apologize to you now or ever again. You can go to hell now or wait. What?
what am I saying?
I just lost myself in my own dialogue. And I'm too afraid to go back and try it again. What? Did you see Pro ZD's new video?
No.
Good.
Well,
It is,
now I can watch it.
Yeah.
Hi, I was supposed to get a package.
Oh, we attempted to
I just relate to it, you know. And relatable humor truly is the bane of my existence. So let's watch this.
I'm ready.
A 1, a 2, or wait, no. A 3, a 2, a 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, I was supposed to get a package.
Oh, we attempted a delivery at 10:30, but you weren't home.
Yes, I was.
Well, we left a slip.
No, you didn't.
It says we did.
I have literally been standing outside my front door waiting for this package.
We might have sent our delivery ghost Beauregard to leave an invisible slip.
Are you fucking with me?
Sometimes Beauregard makes a boo-boo.
Where is my package?
You phone who dis?
Fuck it.
Sometimes we send boo Rickon.
Are you,
You
fucking with me?
He sometimes makes boo boos.
Where is my package? New phone, who dis? Fuck it.
So
That's how I'm feeling about my package that's supposed to be here.
what
But
did
it's
you
not.
order?
I ordered a pressing of Bomb the Music Industry's Vacation on vinyl. The second pressing, the third, not the fourth pressing that came out. So I now have a fourth and first pressing.
Now, Tyler,
I'm
why
just
don't
missing-
you? Now, tell me, when are you gonna make the YouTube video of whenever you obtain all the Bomb the Industries records and melt them together and press it and try to play all their songs at once?
I didn't think of this until now. Why didn't I do this earlier? Where is my package, speaking of which? Hey, Jeff, where's my fucking package?
Oh no!
I know they shift. I just don't know where they are. Track package. Oh, it still hasn't. Okay.
It's-
It's not even
They
out of
haven't
Brooklyn. Then, fuck. Hasn't even been taken down to the post office yet, Jeff. What's going on? Why are you doing this to me? You think it was a fucking game?
oh god! I have your wife for a reason.
I'd never do anything to Christine. She's a sweetheart. You leave that woman alone. This is between me and Jeff. Isn't that right, Jeff? Jeffy Pookel, the Jeff Meister, the Jeffinator, Jeff Rosenstock, Jeff Rose is in stock, Jeff Rosencock, the porno parody. Do I have any more jokes? I think that's all the jokes I have for your name. But yeah, give
Have
me
you
my
had
fucking
sexual
record.
relations?
Who, with Jeff?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of.
Would you like to?
Debatable.
It's a yes or no question.
Debatable. If I don't
Yes.
answer it, it'll always be debatable.
Yes
Le-
or
le-
no?
left up to interpretation.
Would you turn his asshole into
And
mush?
what makes you think Jeff is a bottom exactly?
Ah.
I think that's kind of positionist of you to assume.
Is that a...
If it's not a thing, I'm making it a thing. I'm actually entering a giveaway right now, Tim.
Oh.
This Nigerian prince told me I could win $1 million if I just sent him my credit card information.
Oh, did you send your social security too?
Yes. Of course.
Hey, you'll definitely. I've done it like 5 times now, and my credit rating couldn't be worse.
You know, it just takes a long time for the money to get to, you know.
Just
from
need to
Nigeria.
process it. They use some of your money, you know, and
You know,
they
it's
keep
quite
using your
difficult.
money. Then your wife leaves you.
Okay, so I emailed Donald Trump today.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you email him about, though?
Well, you see, one of his ads came up on my YouTube,
Hmm.
and I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna click this today, and so I do,
Yeah,
and takes me to his survey.
of course.
And I answered all the stuff that, he asked of me. And then from there, I told him they asked, what can this administration do better? To which I said, the only way that I'll support Donald Trump is if he comes on my podcast.
Oh no.
So, now we wait.
Are we gonna have a special Donald Trump and Lele Pons?
Yes. A Lele Trump podcast, if you will.
Excellent. Super
Are
excellent.
you happy?
It's gonna be lit, my
I'm
dude.
trying to hunt down this Instagram right now. I'm gonna direct message Lele Pons and get her on the podcast. I think you should do the same, Tim. I don't think you utilize social media enough, Tim.
Well, I just really
No
despise. Oh,
No, go
Oh.
ahead and make your statement.
I just I just believe that we weren't designed for such things. Okay,
That's the
I
stupidest shit I
think-
ever heard.
it's a sin
Oh my god.
to
Another
insert Hindu god here,
one. Another one.
and
Which Hindu god?
the Hindu god of texting and social media.
Wouldn't he be for that though?
Well, no, he's like trying to
Oh, you're
prevent
referring to Fuzi.
it. He's basically the Jesus of Hinduism.
Uh-huh.
And I'm an avid follower,
I think you're
Energy.
full of shit.
Oh. Man, if you don't believe in my energy,
Oh no.
then I think you just best step back, okay?
That's not very nice of you.
Well,
Mm-hmm. What do I know?
all the
Go ahead.
negative that's
Tell me,
brought
you
onto
dumbass bitch. Tell me what I know, you
See,
piece.
this attitude is all your fault, man. Just because you're putting that out into the world.
Your mama.
Don't you even speak about my mom. Her energy would eat you.
Debatable. Does your mama have?
She would make you come in 5 seconds, boy. Her ass has
You can
20
stop. You
gallons
can stop now.
of
Stop.
dragon energy.
Stop it. That's enough. That is enough. I think this podcast has officially gone too far. And for that reason, I'm banning myself. Okay,
We're banned from the
Let
podcast.
me mass report us real quick. Kill.
You just need to find new hosts.
Well, I mean, Elise is going to be here next week, but I imagine you're going to be here next week, right?
No, I'm going to England.
No, you're not. Don't lie to me. No one leave. We don't take breaks. What the fuck? Literally, me and Tim here, when we're not doing the podcast, we're just spending time figuring out what to talk about on the podcast. We never leave our computers. Actually, we're just constantly browsing the news.
No, we don't. We don't discuss. We write the entire scripts. Everything we've done on each podcast has been scripted.
Oh yeah. Even this part where we're talking about it being scripted, we're getting kind of meta here, you know?
Exactly. Kids love it these days. Meta is the new in.
I'm the new in.
I am the one.
I am doing.
Stop that. Oh no.
You guys like old memes? let me hit you with a you mad, bro? Rage face, am I right, my guys?
Epic fail.
Late epic win. When does the bacon narwhal? Am I right?
Fuck yeah. The Somewhat Okay podcast, more like the Somewhat Irrelevant podcast. I think this is our peak. I think we peaked. It only goes down from here.
Oh no, that's not true. We have our guests next week.
Oh
Elise,
yeah.
maybe we should talk about her a little bit.
Her introduction should be given to her, or she should give her own introduction. You know.
I actually have a whole introduction planned for that day.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak the entire introduction in Japanese.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
This is the somewhat bilingual podcast.
We're not racist.
No. Yeah. ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
The fuck you just say to me, you?
Nani?
Do we need to nuke you a third time?
お前は、私は、お前は、私は、お前は、死んでる。
Nani?
I'm already dead.
Oh.
What is with these people?
Who's people?
Make you mines or shoot myself in the head. That's a post
I'd-
on Facebook I just read.
I'd shoot myself in the head to make you mine.
Like a mime? I could be a mime.
Yeah.
You don't need to shoot yourself to do that. I'll do it on my own.
Oh no. So you're
Or
saying
you
if
don't
I
have to
dropped
be a
everything-
mime. You don't have to be a mime in order for me to shoot myself, because I will do that as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
I'll just kill myself on general principle.
Yeah, I went to Taco Bell, got to take off the sour cream.
Mm-hmm.
So, bye guys.
Me. Honestly, I'm looking at my old Facebook post,
Oh no.
and I used to be part of this RP community on Facebook in 2010,
Oh boy.
where I RP'd with Left 4 Dead characters.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That was a thing?
Mm-hmm. There's Ellis Savannah. Mm-hmm. There was Francis Valenzuela. And yeah, we just all there was Ellis Guant. He was the main one, I remember. Yep, his Facebook's still up. I'm still friends with him. Does he ever do anything? Oh no, he became a page for people to post spam on now. His last post was, what do you call a flying hamburger? A flying hamburger. Man. Yeah, this guy just really stuck with it. He continued after 2010.
He just kept going.
Yeah, he stopped RPing as Ellis at some point. I wonder whatever happened. I got married
Oh.
in one of those RP things.
Oh. How did that work? How did that go?
I married Zoe. A Zoe Cobain, if I remember correctly.
Oh, and then how did that work out?
I don't know. I certainly didn't get to jerk off at any point during that, so must not have been a very good marriage.
God damn.
Tim, tell me about the rabbits.
The rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they killed us by the dozens.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many.
I was
Machine
doing a
gun fire
reference, but
wasn't-
that works too. What was this, Battleship Down? Or Watership Down, whatever the fuck that horrible movie was about the rabbits killing each other? Jesus Christ.
I was more making a reference to the Australian emo wars.
Oh. I do hate Australians.
Oh,
What?
so you're saying that you wish that the emus won?
Yes. I thought you said
Oh.
emos.
No.
I was even more
Emus.
interested.
Just a bunch of people going Rarix.
Roar XD and all the other. Oi, cunt! Yeah. Yeah. Where do I sign up is the real question.
Oh no.
Gimme.
What? I don't think that's a gimme thing. I don't think that's applicable.
Debatable. Just tell the emo kids that someone said something about the Black Veil Brides and maybe they'll do something about it. I don't know.
How to instigate a war.
And then tell Australians that Vegemite isn't actually that good and we should be fine.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, I went there. I've never even had Vegemite, but I'm talking shit about it, bitch. Hey, I like that shit. Cunt. Motherfucker. Is there anything you want to tell our audience, Tim?
Well, I'd just like everyone to know that it's been an honor to be able to participate in these last few months of getting to know you and you getting to know us. And I feel like through this community, we are able to further ourselves through different perspectives. And eventually, one day, we can all get together and just participate in an orgy.
That was almost heartfelt for a few seconds. Then you did that last part, and this all went. I mean, unless you were serious, and that's sort of your standard for orgies.
Well, no,
That
like,
we're all intellectually
see,
on the same level.
yeah, like,
Do we
whenever you
debate during the orgy?
yeah, like, after you're sticking, after you and some guy is just going 5
Uh-huh.
inches deep into
Right,
this
right,
girl,
yeah.
you both look at each other just like, wow.
Both of
It's
us
really
on the
worth
same girl in the same
Yeah.
hole, 2 discs in
Yeah.
the same slot. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm keeping up with this.
You just look at each other, just like, is sex really worth it?
And the answer is no, it's not. But I'll tell you what is worth it. TylerMcAllister.bandcamp.com. My latest music. Nothing news came out. I just wanted to plug my stuff. Although, Demented Stability did come out on my YouTube channel if you want to check that out. In all its violence.
Link in the
and,
description.
oh yeah, I'll link it to this stream, I guess. And I'll put it in the Discord. Austin already watched it, and
Ooh.
he loved it. So, should I show a scene from the movie?
Yes, why not?
All right, I'll do my favorite scene.
What are you going to do? Copy strike yourself?
Believe it or not, it's happened already.
Oh.
I received a copyright strike from my music on my YouTube channel. Go to 933.
9:30.
We're just gonna watch my my favorite
What the shiz buffer?
It is a rather long video. Tell your computer not to hurt itself too much.
All right, 9:33.
All right, hang on. There we go. Put it into the Twitchu chatu. Put it on the Twitchu streamu. And 3, 2, 1, go.
What?
Much punk.
Hello, mother. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout. Yeah, I'm not busy. No. Okay. No, I don't know where I put the cheese. Holy shit. Fuck.
The classic empty clip. Everyone's favorite. Alright, this seems really grossed out laughing, so I'm just getting ready for it already.
Jesus. Need some distraction. Let's do this. Okay, cool.
I'm good. Straight face it. Straight face it. Straight face it till a certain point.
Okay, I love you too. Bye-bye. What the hell?
Fuck.
What's that music called?
God damn it!
Truly a highlight of cinema standing before us here. That's what this That was a momentary foreshadowing where we showed you a thing and then a thing happened. Genius. It's a Kubrick invention.
It's the trash can!
Yeah, that is the trash can. They got shoved on Austin multiple times, including in this movie. So watch it for anything just for that. And pause. There we go. That's all we're going to watch of this movie today. What a beautiful scene. Go ahead, Tim. Give the audience your thoughts and whatnot.
Well, I really appreciated whenever your character waited for him to turn around. Come on.
Vincent's got some decency. He is polite at the end of the day.
He won't stab you in the back. He'll just wait. He'll just stab you in the front multiple times.
He does let you know what's happening. I've never seen him kill anyone from the back, so not like I used to kill my ex from the back. You know what I'm saying? That fucking bitch. Continue, Tim.
I
Go on about the scene. I want to hear your thoughts, of course.
I want my mom. I think the movie gives a strong message, of the importance of motherhood and giving respect to your parents.
I think the film, actually, if I may interject with my interpretation of the movie, I think it's a great story about friends and why you shouldn't have psychotic ones.
It's just
A message that clearly needed to be stated in today's society, just based off of the political climate and whatnot. I mean, this is truly a movie that was needed during the Trump administration.
it really highlights what it means this time.
Wait, say that again?
It really highlights what it means to be living in this time.
Yeah. Despite it being made all the way back in 2016, truly a visionary, the director, to predict so many things. And, yeah, just a real genius,
A timeless classic.
He truly saved the world. I don't know if you heard, but after this movie was put out, Kim Jong-un stopped starving his people.
Oh, he turned a new leaf.
Yeah. He read the book as well, so people should also probably do that if they want to receive true enlightenment.
The Bible? Get that shit out of here.
Demented stability. That's what we're about now, guys.
If you need true spiritual healing.
But was that scene not the greatest juxtaposition you've ever seen in your life?
True. Very true.
The music and with the very peaceful beating that man received.
And the stabbing.
Stabbing. I mean, sometimes it happens to the best of us,
And the begging of life.
The what?
And the begging of life.
Oh yeah. That was in there too. He did say, "Leave me alone" at one point.
That's your first instinct as you're getting beaten over the head with a. Just
leave me alone. What the fuck are you thinking in that moment? I don't imagine I'd have a whole lot of thoughts running through my head.
I think there's more than just leave me alone.
No. I mean, tell you what, we're gonna experiment with this. Let me go get a pipe. I'm gonna hit you over the head with it. I want to see what your first response is. Well, actually, that was his last response. Actually, that's when he came to, and was gathering his thoughts. Right.
Well, yeah.
Right.
But, god damn it, you never know. He might have been a masochist. It's not like you made it or anything.
No. I no association. That guy in there, clearly, too young to be me.
I mean, I suppose. Are
What?
you the same you?
Debatable. I don't have that hair anymore. Of course, I cut my hair halfway through that movie. I wrote it in that I get a haircut. So,
Oh.
yeah. I
That's
actually
good
wrote
for
that
me.
into the book because I wanted a haircut. Because my hair was fucking annoying. So,
Damn it.
but I also knew that I would be filming this movie shortly. And so I was like, I need to get
It's
a
convenient.
haircut at some point. But yeah,
Makes sense.
that beating and many more can be seen in Demented Stability on the YouTubes.
Link in the description.
Yep. So, Tim, do you want to recap this episode for us?
Oh, yeah.
It is
Hell yeah.
recap time.
Well, first we talked about some YouTube news.
Uh-huh.
Talked about how YouTube is just going, or Rose, as we call him,
Yeah,
Ow.
Rose. That's right, yeah. He's Rose. now.
is just going more batshit crazy.
You think he's going to transition?
Wait, is he?
Do you think he's going to be, like, transgender when he comes back?
It's, it's a good possibility.
It is totally possible. Because he went from King to Rose, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Then we spoke about the worst movie of all time,
Yeah, that was a terrible movie.
and then moved on through the series movies which you watched.
Yep.
All of them not being, or a
Not
good
being all
majority
that
of them
pleasant. Yeah.
not being that great.
Yeah.
Then we spoke about. Oh, fuck! I remember yours. I can never remember mine.
Well, you left out one too.
Did I?
Alex Jones.
Oh yeah.
The censoring
Oh yeah.
of Alex Jones.
Censoring of Alex Jones.
Yep.
That was in the middle of there.
Mhm,
Snuck in between a good little, like a piece of food you find in your mouth after you ate dinner.
A good little bit. Yes.
Then we spoke about. God damn it! What was my. Fucking hell!
Twitter mining.
Twitter mining!
Yes. Yeah. That's right.
We, and the many dangers that occur in this climate of Twitter.
Right. Of course.
Unsure of, it's a very turbulent climate. Be careful what you post. Careful of, not being a complete hypocritical asshole.
Yeah, that's true. True.
Then we touched on the okay, this one I know. Give me a minute to process.
Okay.
I have the memory of a goldfish. Don't worry. Oh yeah, and we shock value.
Yeah. My favorite thing.
And in a sense, this is more talking about the modern template.
Uh-huh.
Don't be an asshole.
Oh,
And just,
yeah. We did
and,
say that.
Just put shit in stuff,
Mm-hmm.
just so you can fill out a list. You jackasses.
You tell him, Tim. You let him know what's up.
Then we just had general conversation about
Yeah.
different topics.
Kind of talked.
Brought back Blazing Saddles.
Yep.
10 out of 10.
Great movie. Great movie.
We are also bringing back Stardew Valley this
Oh,
Wednesday.
yeah. This Wednesday, Stardew Valley stream starting when? What?
8 works for you?
Yeah, 8 always works for me.
At 8 o'clock
8 o'clock.
Mountain Time.
Catch some Stardew Valley.
And yeah,
Yeah. We out here.
we're done.
Yeet.
And be prepared for next week as we have our guest star.
Elise. The one. The only.
And we'll be getting her opinions on different subject matter and the such.
Yeah. Like rape in movies.
Oh.
No, probably not. That was just a today thing because of that fucking movie that horrible movie that I objected myself to yesterday.
If you're going to do it once, do it twice, folks.
Okay, I don't
If
think
it-
that's not the moral to take away.
If you put something in a movie and it doesn't work the first time, then just put it in the second
Make it even
time.
worse the second time. Yeah, that's what I do in Demented Stability. You didn't enjoy the first beating scene, don't worry. You got 4 or 5 more to come. You're in luck. Yeah. What should our ending bit be? Shouts out to Hung Jesus. I mean, he's just really a human.